How's it? Today is Monday, August 1st. I am snatching. We are progressing just as planned. So 5 kilos up from last week's deload. So 75 is this week for 5, 1 plus 3. Power snatch plus hang power snatch. Um, it was hard, but it was hard because of how I like. So first 2, 3 reps on each set is pretty good, pretty easy, and then that last rep, fourth rep, is always really hard. And I'm feeling it sort of be limited by. I feel like my leg strength. It feels like my legs aren't explosive as they normally are, and they feel kind of almost like sore today for whatever reason. Don't really know why, but I'm able to hit all the lifts today. Um, yeah, I fear for how next week will go, just because of the way that today went. I think overall my technique was okay today. There are definitely some reps where I feel like my shoulders and my chest are not over the bar as much as they should be, and there are definitely reps where it feels like I am not able to extend through my legs, and then I end up having to throw my hips forward, which is definitely not ideal as far as lifting in general, but definitely for power snatches, just because the way that if I end up throwing my hips forward, then that means I have to lean further back, and if I lean further back, then that means I either need to jump forward to hold onto the bar, or I need to really force my upper body down forward for the receiving position, and that's not both of those things are not good, and that's kind of reduces the amount of efficiency that I will have. I guess it or reduces it. I don't know why I said it like that. That just makes my lift less efficient. That's my last warm up set here. You can see me kind of struggling. And then here is my first working set here at weight 75. Like I said, first 1, 2, 3, real solid. Once it gets to the fourth rep, I start to get a little bit um, limited by, again, two things: my leg strength, and then also my ability to hold on to the bar. Like it feels like I'm really struggling even with the straps on there. Like that was very solid, very powerful, very strong extension. Not so great on that one. A little bit behind the bar, like I mentioned earlier, where it's like I'm not able to keep my chest on top of the bar on that one as well. But I mean, I'm still hitting powers on those, so that's pretty good. I don't think I have any even moderately close calls today, which for me is really good. Powers are not something I excel at. 75 is, if my best power snatch is 92, 75 is pretty challenging for me. I mean, I'm doing 4 reps total, right? So that altogether is not easy. Um, Here's my second to last set. I found that if I'm able to have a stronger upper body, not stronger, but more rigid upper body, then a lot of the power isn't lost. A lot of the power is transferred well, and I think that is very important as far as later towards the kind of the end of the sets. Because that's when I'm the most fatigued. That's when I'm thinking about keeping rigid the least. Here's my last set. A little bit behind on that one. A little bit behind on that one again. It's probably not going to get any better. Like if I'm already behind on that second rep. Yeah, definitely behind on that fifth rep or the fourth rep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the power snatches. Um, I was struggling a lot. Then I moved into my snatch pulls here. These are just these are pretty light. So like last week I was doing them for 80 for triples. I ended up pushing up to 5 triples. I think on the first couple of notes I just wrote 3 triples because Steve didn't really have a like designation about what I was doing. So he just said, yeah, like do like triples for pulls. So I like 3 triples a lot better than 5 triples. So that's what I did. But I think getting the extra reps in is gonna help me moving forward, especially if I'm trying to, in like 2 weeks, be power snatching this for the complex. I'm 100% certain that I can power snatch 85 for a single. I don't know if I can do it for a double, and I don't know if I can do it for a regular power snatch plus a hang power snatch. So having the extra reps and the extra time in hand with this weight is definitely helpful. I'm working my best to keep my shoulders back at the top of the extension because what often happens is I end up pulling. Oh, this is a good angle. This is for you, Becca. Um, the what ends up happening is I end up getting pulled a little bit forward as I like get extension after my hips. So when I pull with my arms, my upper body gets pulled forward. But I'm trying to counteract that by just staying tall or staying as tall as I can. It's not it's not rocket science for that. I think it's like if the bar is like relative state like of positioning, if I pull on the bar, either the bar has to move to me or I move to the bar. So if I continue to just pull back while pulling on the bar should move to me. If that makes sense. I don't know. After my pulls, I did my snatch, push, press plus overhead squat, just 3+1s. 3 sets of that at the same weight that I was doing my pulls. This has been like this for the last like 4 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever. So 85. These are super easy. I probably went through them in like I don't know, like 4 minutes. I'm very sweaty, as you can see. After that, I did some pull-ups, and then my GHD sit-ups. Finally, back to doing like the actual like all of the sets because of last week. I felt like body aches at this portion of the session. So being able to do them all for the first time in a couple weeks feels like I've accomplished something. So that's really positive. But yeah, I am worried about next week power snatch complex at 80. So we will see how that will go. Otherwise, that will be it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.